On Bill Maher the other night, they referred to Marianne Williamson as the crazy hippie lady, and I think that is an accurate assessment. We have this story from the Daily Wire. Republicans donate money to keep Marianne Williamson on the debate stage. And I'm going to say it right up, straight away. I saw this story and I thought about it, and I donated to Marianne Williamson too, because I personally do want to stay on the debate stage. It's not a troll when I say it. I think she's like this lovey-dovey, wholesome like personality that brings kind of some kind of exciting weirdness to politics. I enjoy it greatly. But I want to say this, because I've given this warning many times. Be careful who you meme, lest you meme them to the presidency. There were a lot of people that just thought it would be funny if Donald Trump won. And so they memed. But those memed joined a chorus of support for the president and helped substantially inflate his reach, essentially his marketing. So I want to read a little bit of this. And then I actually have a story that says, ignore Marianne Williamson at your peril. I agree. Think about this. Everyone's laughing at her. All right, she's a lot of supporters. She made it to the debates. Everyone's bringing up these old tweets from her, which I'm going to show you because they're incredible and just crazy hippie stuff. I love it. I don't believe it. I think it's silly. But listen, everyone, they laughed at Trump all day and night. And I said, you could really make someone powerful by laughing, because people want to have a good time. They want to join in the fun. They want to join the memes, and they will push her forward. They will. Now, I'll say this. I donated to her because I think she brings a certain kind of wholesome positivity to the debates, and it's just so different. I like different. I want to see different, and I want to see her speak up and actually put pressure on some of these other Democrats who are going to give you that garbage PR statement and speak nonsense, right? There's more to the story, though. Apparently, Marianne Williamson, who is an outsider, who's not a politician, says that at points her mic was also not on, that she tried speaking up and they cut her out. I believe that's true. I believe they are cutting her and Yang and others out because they're the outsiders, and we know who they want to be president. Like, it's very obvious they're propping up Kamala Harris. So let's read through the story. Before we get started, head over to timcast.com/donate if you want to support my work. There's a PayPal option, a crypto option, a physical address. But of course, YouTube doesn't suggest my videos. It's like a 90% reduction in suggestions. So if you like the content, then please consider sharing the content. But let's get to the news. She is a gift, and she is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Republicans have to give a little bit. From the Daily Wire. The gift is Marianne Williamson, the quirky self-help guru who wandered out of a self-realization fellowship temple somewhere in Beverly Hills and onto the Democratic Party debate stage on Thursday night. According to USA Today, Republicans fell so head over heels for her girlfriend you are so on moment that they have now donated funds to her campaign just so they can get another dose of it in future debates. Author Marianne Williamson's quirky love conquers all approach on the Democratic debate stage Thursday drew applause, ridicule, and confusion, the outlet reported. On Friday, she was attracting donations from Republicans. This is the spice of life. Marianne Williamson. I really mean this in a positive way. I have tremendous respect for her getting up there and saying what she wants. And it's just like, I don't really know how to explain the feeling I get when I watch her. It makes me laugh, but not at her. Like, along with her, it's not a disrespectful, like, laughing at what she's saying. It's just a kind of exciting, wholesome, I'm glad she's there kind of vibe. It's really weird. And Republicans seem to agree. Sparking off this trend on Friday was GOP strategist Jeff Rowe, former presidential campaign manager to Senator Ted Cruz, who asked his followers to donate what they could to keep Marianne Williamson in the running. Please, calling on all Republicans to go to her website and donate $1 to keep this vibrant Democrat on the debate stage. One debate performance is not enough. Though Rowe's tweet had its share of hecklers, some people were more than willing to oblige. Did my part. I just gave Marianne $1. I already donated $1 to every candidate. I wanted all of them on the stage to make it a S show. Seems to be working. I donated $1, etc. I think there are a lot of people that want her on the debate stage because she's a disruptive force among the establishment Democrats. Sure, fine. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because, honestly, even among the videos I make, the video I made before this is horrible. Andy Ngo getting attacked. And it seems like everything always has some weird negative bent. The video, the segment I'm doing in the next at 4 p.m. is about Trump making history in the Korean Peninsula. So you have all of this really good news that's marred by negativity. And now you have people who are like, I guess it's kind of to sabotage the Democrats. They want to prop up Marianne Williamson. I just like the stuff she's saying about love and like letting light shine through you and God and all that stuff. And I'm like, you know what? We could use some hippie crystal positivity up on that stage. Seriously, in politics in general. Whether you think it's silly or not, what she's saying will have an impact on future political discourse. In fact, I think Trump created her, where she is now. He created this circumstance. Trump changed the game, the way he spoke, the way he debated, how he insults people and calls them names. And it paves the way for a quirky self-help guru who's talking about crystals and whatever nonsense to be on that stage. And even Republicans are now supporting it, which is, I find, hilarious. This guy says, Christogal, the woman is ridiculous. I want her to stay. Right? That's how I feel. And I'm not saying to be mean to her. I actually respect her for going up there and saying these things. But I love it. I love absurdity. I love just this, like, it's like a pie in the face for the Democrats. You know what I mean? To have this reflection against what they're doing. Jeff Rowe, please, calling on, he responded to the tweet about her being ridiculous. So they basically go on. I think that's the point they made. They say that she rose to prominence in the early 90s as a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. But I want to do this. I did mention this already. She says her mic was also not on. I think that's fair to point out. She's, I already addressed it, but her tweet said, as much fun as I've had laughing at all the understandable, hilarious tweets about me today, the mic issue is not funny, and yes, it did happen. I tried a couple of times to jump in, and my mic was not on. Particularly wanted in on the subject of race. NBC wants to claim they're not cheating. Sorry, you've now got two people saying it. We've got tons of evidence. Over here at the AV Club, though, they have highlighted many of the tweets that have since been going viral, which I want to read. People are, this person said, Marianne Williamson has real Janet Snakehole energy, whatever, I don't know what that is. But a lot of people were pointing out how crazy and absurd it is. So AV Club writes, truly though, there's perhaps no greater means of understanding Williamson than a deep dive into her own Twitter account, which has been the home of some truly strange musings since the social media juggernaut's early days. Below, we've compiled a sampling. So let's just read some. Let's begin with some nice thoughts. Tweets that, while silly on the surface, at least contain some level of soul-warming loveliness. This is what I'm talking about. Marianne tweeted, a gray sky is actually a blue sky covered up by gray clouds. A guilty person is actually an innocent soul covered up by mistaken behavior. It's just like, well, okay, I get what you're kind of saying. She tweeted, when you're missing someone, no, it just means that on a soul level, they've come to visit. What? I don't know what that is. She tweets, everyone feels on some level like an alien in this world because we are. We come from another realm of consciousness and long for home. I don't know what that means. Things are getting weirder now. Williamson's particular brand of self-help is consumed by visions of light, water, and clouds. Maybe this inspires you. No shame. She said, you're not the water. You're the faucet. You're not the electricity. You're the lamp. You're not the light. You're the torchbearer. Turn on the faucet. Turn on the lamp. Hold high the torch, and God will do the rest. Here's another one. Your mind is like an airplane, and you are the pilot. Rise above the clouds. Fly above the turbulence. Seek a smoother ride. Here's the one about the lamps. You're a lamp. God is the electricity. You're a faucet. God is the water. You're human. God is the divine within you. Allow the flow. You're probably starting to grasp that she's into God. Yeah, she's really into God. She says, you come from an infinite field of love, the mind of God, entering into regions of fear in order to transform them with the love you bring. Okay, we get it. There's a lot of these. But there's a viral tweet where somebody was like, I talked about this the other day. They said, step 1, I can't believe Marianne Williamson is on the debate stage. Step 2, wow, she stuck around longer than I thought. And then it's like, I don't know what the third point was, but step 4 was, I have reservations about President Williamson's crystal tariffs, which is funny. But here's the thing. Silly as it may be, the LA Times writes this, ignore Marianne Williamson at your peril. Thank the goddess Marianne Williamson is running for president. Because if Kamala Harris brought the fire, Williamson provided the zen. The 66-year-old best-selling author of a dozen spiritually based self-help guides, a longtime Oprah friend, and Gwyneth Paltrow inspiration, promised to be the evening's wild card, and despite the very best efforts of the moderators, who took almost 30 minutes to ask her a question, She did not disappoint. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I'm going to wrap up because I think you get the point. But they say, in many ways, Williamson is the left's answer to Trump, an outlier candidate who celebrates her lack of political acumen with the language of popular culture and believes at some level that feelings are the same as facts. Like Trump, she is a crowd pleaser who sees smoke and mirrors as tools of the trade rather than methods of deception, which means we should pay attention to what she is actually saying and who it connects with. Snickering is fun, but as the 2016 election proved, we do it at our own peril. And that's the point I want to stress. Yeah, don't ignore her. You think she's silly. Now, look, so I'll end by saying I did donate to her because the reason I've donated to Tulsi and Yang and now Marianne, for the most part, is just to have them on the debate stage. I don't think the establishment will let them win, but I want to hear what they have to say. And I do like what Marianne said when she talked about you can't beat Trump with policies, with plans. He's not playing that game. She's right. But I also love her kind of wholesome, lovey-dovey hippie vibe. I want to see it on the stage. I personally do. In all seriousness, I do want to see that on the stage. So I sent her some bucks, and nothing but respect. I want to hear more. Republicans may be doing it as more of a gag or a troll or a disruption, but hey, it is what it is. I'd like to see her there. I'd like to see Yang and Gabbard as well. So there you have it. Republicans donating to a Democrat for whatever reason. Comment below what you think. Stick around. I've got the next segment will be coming up at 4 p.m. talking about Trump's historical moment. Those on the podcast, it's in it. You've already heard it. So anyway, stick around. I will see you in the next video.